Some of the creatures on this list have been well identified for years, while others remain a mystery. Try to imagine how you would react if somehow you found yourself face to face with each. How you would survive. Number 10. Louis checks the mail. Louis Camacho is getting his mail one sunny day when he suddenly stops and looks around. It's hard to describe, but somehow his surroundings feel different and mysterious. He soon locates the source of his bad feeling after getting onto his hands and knees and peering into the sewer grate. This is what he sees down a long tunnel. A giant alligator looks back at him, its mouth wide open. It lets out a ferocious hiss as a warning sign not to come any closer. The two of them hold eye contact and then Louis quickly backs away to call the authorities. The alligator was removed shortly thereafter, but Louis will never forget how close he came to having to fight for his survival. It would have been a struggle that he probably would not have won. One more thing. Look closely at the tape and you'll see a small green ball resting by the alligator. I can't help but wonder if, moments before this recording, a small child or dog went to retrieve the ball and saw that same thing that Louis did. Number 9. The largest gator ever. Imagine being on a nature preserve and seeing this scaly monstrosity walk directly in front of your path.
This gator had quite the audience yesterday at Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County. Kim Joyner is sharing this video with us. Thanks, Kim. And you can see the gator slowly walking across the grass.
That's exactly what happened to the visitors of the Circle B Bar Reserve in Polk County, Florida. Fortunately for them, the alligator seemed to be more concerned with finding water than finding food. The largest Florida alligator on record is a little over 14 feet long, but wildlife resource officials believe that the alligator in this video could be even larger. The only problem is that they are too afraid to get an official measurement, and I honestly can't say that I blame them. Number 8. The Curious Blob. This footage, taken from a British oil rig, looks fairly normal until a massive monster slowly rises from the depths of the sea. Its shimmering shapeless body is both mysterious and mesmerizing as it glides across the ocean with a silky stride. The camera person excitedly pans around to keep the beast in their sights, unable to believe what they are witnessing. The formless monster hangs around the rig for a while before losing interest and moving on. When this video first surfaced, most people thought that it had to be part of a whale, but that theory proved incorrect. Scientists said that part of the whale was too nutritious to float around the ocean for very long and that it would be eaten almost immediately. They were eventually able to identify the creature as a giant jellyfish called the Deepsteria reticulum. Number 7. Leviathan hears a giant. A YouTuber named Leviathan is on a hiking trip when he hears strange noises in the distance. Just when he seriously suspects that he is not alone in the woods, a series of large footprints confirms his suspicions. He now fears for his safety and has already decided to leave when he hears the same noise again, much closer now than before. The predatory call encourages him to make a quick retreat back to civilization. Leviathan still has no idea what was making this noise, or exactly how large it was. Number 6. The slimy find. These gigantic slimy mollusks are hunted in the Philippines for their strange shells, which resemble an elephant's tusk and sell for around $200 a piece. Scientists have been finding their hollowed-out shells for years, but only recently did they get their hands on an actual specimen for further study. When they cracked open its shell for a closer look, this is what came slithering out. The 5-foot-long creature flops out of its casing and stinks up the room. It was found in a sulfur-rich mud pool, where it had been feasting on putrid bacteria for years. Who knows what else researchers will find at that location. Number 5. The construction worker discovery. Construction workers in Brazil were performing a demolition job when they came across the flattened remains of a 33-foot anaconda. If you want to get a better feel for how gigantic this snake is, just count how many seconds it takes them to film the reptile's entire body. Not much more information about this story is available, but then again, not much more information is required. This is a gigantic snake that, given the opportunity, would have little problem squeezing your ribs until they cracked and making you its next meal. Number 4. Stalked and eaten. If you ever travel to the Indonesian islands, be on the lookout for these 150-pound human hunting lizards. The Komodo dragon has a never-ending appetite that allows them to eat up to 120 pounds in a single meal. In other words, they can eat something that's 80% of their own body weight without much of a problem. They will even eat humans if they become desperate enough for food, which is surprisingly often. They've been known to ambush stray tourists on trails and have even gone after entire villages. In 2007, for example, an 8-year-old boy was hunted by a Komodo dragon. He did not survive. Other famous incidents include a Komodo dragon who ate the top off of a person's foot while they were visiting the Los Angeles Zoo. Number 3. The Sky Creature. This footage was reportedly taken on a flight somewhere over Zambia. A person is casually recording out their window when a giant humanoid creature starts to materialize in the distance. The creature seems to keep pace and ride alongside them for a moment before disengaging and twisting away. The obvious answer to this is CGI. If it's not CGI, however, then what this creature could be is anyone's guess. Number 2. The Beijing sighting. This footage supposedly comes from the capital of China, where a massive slow-moving creature makes its way across the polluted city landscape. It's hard to tell how many legs the giant creature has, or what its overall intentions are. It doesn't seem to be that aggressive, but the ground shakes under its gigantic steps, and army helicopters circle above, obviously ready. According to the uploader, this footage was suppressed by the Chinese government, who has a tight grip on all forms of news and social media. This could very likely be CGI, but if it's real, then there is no information as to how this situation was ultimately resolved. Number 1. The Barbados Impossibility. The uploader of this video says that this sighting happened on the Barbados Islands sometime in 2017. A huge humanoid is stomping off in the horizon, its footsteps echoing throughout the tropical night scenery. The creature appears to have 4 long limbs and a gigantic bushy upper body that is completely covered in either some kind of fur or else some kind of plant growth, possibly leaves or mold. It lets out a huge bellowing roar as it makes its way across the island. In the unlikely case this is not CGI, then what you are witnessing is definitely a modern-day giant or some sort, though its true origins may never be fully understood. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because I upload a new video every day. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of my other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy.